Hello, everyone. A pleasant morning, afternoon, and evening to all our friends in any parts of the world, wherever you are now. Actually, it is midnight here in the Philippines. It's 12:22 a.m. And it's, I believe, 10:22 in the evening there in Bangladesh. My name is Helen Sarvita, and you are now in the Mother Eagle Blossom Show. And our noble intention for this show is to showcase poets, local and international, and bring their names and voices throughout the world. We will be discussing about what life really matters and more. So without further ado, I would like you to meet this vivacious, full of vigor gentleman, a teacher and a writer known for his selfless advocacy, the founder of the Glory Future Foundation, Mr. Said Khan. Hello, Said. How are you? You're muted.
Thank you,
Okay.
Helen. I'm fine. Thank you so much for inviting me here. And how are you?
I'm good. I'm great. So, how are you?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you.
Yeah. So now I believe that our audience are excited to know about you. So please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Yes, I'm Said from Bangladesh. I live in a very small town called Bagurhat. And Bagurhat is considered to be a mosque city because there are lots of historical mosques here, and
Oh,
people from all around the world they come to visit here, so I feel very proud. And so I am Said. I'm a teacher, and also I just kind of write poetry, uh,
wow.
and also I'm activist. I just working for deprived children education here in Bangladesh, and those children who don't go to schools have their financial problems, and also they don't get the perfect right for their life. So I'm just struggling and just raising my voice on behalf of them. So that's what I'm really doing. Thank you so much for calling, Helen.
Oh, yeah, that's amazing. So when did you start this foundation, the Glory Future Foundation?
Yeah, thank you once again for inviting me. I feel very honored today, and thank you for honoring me. And you know that Glory Future Foundation's activity started in 2020 on, and so from that moment we've been working for children education, and at the same times we are just trying to empower youths all around the world. And you know that millions of childrens right now in our country, as our country is not developed country, the students are dropping and childrens are not going to school, so this is kind of problems here. So
Yes.
then when I started, I just thought a little bit that I can do something for these childrens, and that was my conception. And I started, as you know, that I am a teacher. I have a good connection with the students, and
Yes.
the concept uh, of of our students and the tendency of our students, just like they just will get a good grades, and they will get established themselves in the future, and they will get a good jobs with a better salary. That's how they
Yeah.
will really lead their lives. So, and you know that to be a good human being is not very easy. So we can have a lots of money, we can have a lots of fame, but it defines you that you are not good human beings. And you, I always believe it, because how kind, how kindness inside in your heart is matters. So that defines that you are perfect and pure human beings. That's what I believe. And I have seen in my life, I have got a lots of experience through working alone or just working together with people. So the experience that I've gathered, that lots of educated people in my country, they don't contribute for the world and for their societies. So I don't know they're educated or not, and I feel like they're not educated, because educated person have to have the kindness. Educated person have to have honesty, and the gratitude, respect, everything they need to have in their
Yes.
hearts. So that's how I feel like they're educated or not. So
Yes.
when I started, I had a conception that I just will involve all of my students in good work, because I have the
Yeah.
boys and people and students, those who are following me, they can involve in good work, and they can study very well. At the same time, they can contribute for the society and for the world as well. So that was my thinking. So, and you know that I started with 8 of my students, and so now I have been
Eight
able to involve
only.
more than 120
Oh
students
my
right now, and
God.
kind of working for this community. And you know that I haven't only locally done the work, and I have spread my activities all around the world, and I have made more than 800 advisors from more than 69 countries.
Oh
So
my God.
yeah, so the purpose of it, so that we can uh, work together to make a big
Yeah.
change, to make a better place. Because you know that what is happening right now in the world is absolutely heartbreaking, and childrens are being killed,
Yes.
and they are in the war situations, and people are really being implied to children. So that's absolutely painful. So we can't let it happen. So what we need to do as a teacher, as a conscious people, as parents, we all need to teach our children how to respect other, how to spread love, and how to express gratitude when someone will
Yeah.
help.
That
That's
is
how
very
he can be
significant.
he or she can be a good human being. So that's my motto. That's what I'm really doing through our foundation. Thank you.
That's so wonderful, and I am very much amazed with such endeavor, as such a selfless one. And you know, side, I was about to ask you, what is the advantage to have many advisors, and then you're explaining me that you need to have. So, can you add more why it is needed to have many advisors from different countries?
Yeah, absolutely. And first of all, I want to show young generation, because in my country, lots of youths, they're destroying their life. Not
Yeah.
they're so much conscious about making their future very well. They don't study a lot. They just only use computer or just mobile phone,
Yeah.
and they are playing video games. It's totally unnecessary, because we have been born this world not always for having fun. So our job is to help. Our job for this world to make a better world for the next
Yes.
generation. And I feel like that students, they are spending their precious time. And you know that
Yes.
what I have achieved in my life, I have evaluated my time in a proper way. So still I'm working so
Yeah.
hard, and I know that I'm very young. I'm just 24 years old.
Yes.
So I have a great ambitions, because I want to bring a change for my community, for the world. So that's my
Yeah.
purpose. And you know that if every students in my country just feels like the responsibility for the world, and not spending too much time just
Yes.
only playing video games, watching bad videos
Just
through
wasting their
mobile
time for
phone. Yeah,
nonsense.
yeah. So they can make their better lives. Also, they can put
Yes.
contribution in a big scale. So that's my purpose, to show young people, a young
Yeah,
generation, that what's possible if you use internet in a proper way. So that's
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 right.
that's that's my one of the aims, to make a
Yeah.
lots of advisors, because I want to show them that I have done many things through using mobile phone. So that's on my purpose. And another thing is that when I just get connected with the people from all around the world, that's mean
Yeah.
that I have the opportunity to share. I have the opportunity to gather knowledge from them. So that's very important, because I can, if I am connect with you, and you can share some of the ideas that you have. So that's
Yes,
very
right.
important thing for me, because
Yeah.
sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. So,
Yep.
that I am getting a lots of response from all around the world, and they are appreciating me a lot, and it's really
Yes.
kind of thing that
Me as well.
absolutely we appreciate it.
Yes, and I
Thank you, Helen.
found out that you have a very intelligent students. And do you have teachers with you for that 100, more than 100 students? Because
Yeah,
I understand that they are very well taught.
yeah, absolutely. And you know that I don't only teach English or other subjects, but
Yeah.
I teach how to be a good human being. So it's very
Yeah.
necessary for me,
Very
and because I,
necessary.
I teach them the moral things, so that they can feel about their lives, feel about others. So as a teacher, I can tell that as a parents, you should
Yes.
tell people that the way that you will teach your kids, the way they will be treat, or they will treat
Yeah.
others. So that's very important. So for me, because that lots of teachers I see in my lives, they don't take their responsibility, they don't feel like they have the responsibility for their children, for their students. So they have come out from the responsibility. It's really sad. We need to take the
Yes.
responsibility, not only teaching them their subjects, but also making them good human beings. So that should be the
That's
purpose of
right.
every teacher.
And we have noticed that they are, very smart ones and very kind as well. So, meaning you're putting values the important of values to them. So that's you know um you are well deserved to be called, to be praised with all that, to be saluted. So, may I ask you then, what gives you the strength and courage to do this kind of advocacy? Is it in your
Yes,
bloodline that
yes,
you really
yes,
love to
Helen.
serve your community?
Yeah,
So,
you know that
yeah, yeah,
from my childhood, I just want to share with you my background. And my
yes.
grandfather was very, very gentle and very, very pious person. And he just built, he was a founder of a medical college, which is situated
Wow.
in my city. And lots of students, they are really getting graduation every year.
Mm,
So, and he just used to write a lot, and a lot of
yes,
poetry and a book and English novel. And so I read, and I got lots of inspiration from my grandfather. And he was
yeah.
a very gentle human being and very kind, and all of his life he sacrificed for the welfare of human beings. So
Wow.
that's what I always thought. And also, that I lost my father 3 years ago. And it
Ah,
really, yeah, it was absolutely. It was the time that I felt very deeply that life is very short, but art is
Yes.
long. So
Yes.
one day probably I will not be here, but if you just leave something good for the generation, they will see the work and they will get inspired to do more for the world. So
Yeah.
that's what I feel. And you know that and that's the feeling that I felt from my childhood. And so
So
nowadays I feel like that the responsibility that I have taken, and I will fulfill my responsibility for making a better world until my death.
yes. Oh my God. So it's running in your blood. The kindness, the goodness, and the way you serve your community. So then it's it's going to be our legacy so that we can
Yeah,
also give meaning to our lives, because if we will not do our purpose here on earth, we it seems nothing, we're just wasting our
yeah,
time and we don't
yeah.
have goal to reach. So that's right. So what is your purpose also in publishing books and spreading poetry around the world?
Yeah, so you know that I just want to tell you something that when I lost my father, and
Yeah.
then I started writing poetry because it
Yes.
was only way to heal my pain, and
Oh
because
yeah.
poetry is very, just the tool of healing the pain. So
Yes.
and then I started writing poetry, I started reciting poetry, and then I found myself that I have a good vocal,
Yeah.
something like that, and just
You're so
used to attend
talented.
some of the yes, I used to attend some cultural programs where I
Yeah.
recited, at the opportunity to recite my poetry.
Yeah.
And you know that nowadays I'm just attending TV program as well, and
Wow.
getting the opportunity, and I'm so grateful for, because you know that my father had a great dream, um and that his son is gonna do something better for the humanity. And so that's what I'm really doing. And my grandfather, I didn't see
Yes.
my grandfather, but I can feel him. So right now, so I can feel him. So the work that he did for the world. So you know that one of our poetry books has been
Yes.
published few days ago, and
Congratulations.
really amazing. It's called Poetry for Children's, where
I
I
see.
have included more than 100 poems from there. And yeah, there are lots of good poems in the books. I think that every poem is good,
Yes,
as
of
far as we
course.
think is not bad.
Can you share
Absolutely.
with our viewers a poem, your favorite poem?
Yeah.
Can you recite
So
it?
yeah, I can
Yeah.
recite Bangla poem, and so you know that I always tell people probably I don't understand what the poet
Yes.
is really reciting, but I can feel it. So now,
Yeah.
if now I'm going to read a poem, Bangla poem, okay, named
Okay.
Amul Kanti. Amul Kanti is a person, and you know that lots of our colleagues, lots of our friends wanted to be just like fulfill his dream, like to
Yeah.
be a doctor, engineer, but
Yeah.
at a stage he couldn't, because he had a financial problem, or
I
just he had
see.
other problems. And so now
Still
Amul
related
Kanti
with your
is
advocacy. And since we cannot
absolutely.
understand it because it's Bangla, you can just explain afterwards.
Yeah,
What's
absolutely.
the
Now
meaning of
I'm
it?
going to
Yeah.
recite the name Omulkanti. অমলকান্তি
Okay.
আমার বন্ধু। Amalkanti is my friend. Norendra Chattopadhyay has written by Norendra Chattopadhyay. He's a famous writer. Okay.
Okay.
অমলকান্তি আমার বন্ধু। স্কুলে আমরা একসঙ্গে পড়তাম। রোজ দেরি করে ক্লাসে আসতো, পড়া পারতো না। শব্দরূপ জিজ্ঞেস করলে এমন অবাক হয়ে জানালার দিকে তাকিয়ে থাকতো যে দেখে ভারী কষ্ট হতো আমাদের। আমরা কেউ মাস্টার হতে চেয়েছিলাম, কেউ ডাক্তার, কেউ উকিল। অমলকান্তি এসব কিছু হতে চায়নি। সে রোদ্দুর হতে চেয়েছিল। ক্ষান্ত বর্ষণ, কাকডাকা বিকেলের সেই লাজুক রোদ্দুর, যা আমার জামরুলের পাতায় যা নাকি অল্প একটু হাসির মতো লেগে থাকে। আমরা কেউ মাস্টার হয়েছি, কেউ ডাক্তার, কেউ উকিল। অমলকান্তি রোদ্দুর হতে পারেনি। সে এখন অন্ধকার একটা ছাপাখানায় কাজ করে। মাঝে মধ্যে আমার সঙ্গে দেখা করতে আসে, চা খায়, এটা ওটা গল্প করে। তারপর বলে, উঠি তাহলে। আমি ওকে দরজা পর্যন্ত এগিয়ে দিয়ে আসি। যে আমাদের মধ্যে মাস্টারি করে, অনায়াসে সে ডাক্তার হতে পারত। যে ডাক্তার হতে চেয়েছিল, উকিল হলে তার এমন কোনো ক্ষতি হতো না। অথচ সকলেরই ইচ্ছে পূরণ হলো, একমাত্র অমলকান্তি ছাড়া। অমলকান্তি রোদ্দুর হতে পারেনি। সেই অমলকান্তি রোদ্দুরের কথা ভাবতে 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 যে একদিন রোদ্দুর হতে চেয়েছিল। থ্যাংক ইউ।
Wow. You're speaking your heart. So what does it mean? I feel the
Yeah,
sincerity.
absolutely. And Omulkanti is a person name, and he had a lots of friends. But whenever he was very young, whenever he was a school going student,
Yeah.
he wanted to be doctor.
Yeah.
But on a irony of fact that he couldn't because he had financial problem. So
Yes.
right now he's working in a shop and working so hard work. And so but all of his friends fulfilled their dreams
Yeah.
except Amul Kanti, and now he's
Oh.
thinking that he is leading a very hard life right now, thinking what was his dream
Yeah.
when he was young. And his friend just has come to his house.
Mm.
And so now all the memory he is remembering right now, so getting a lots of pain. And
Yeah.
so that's very
That's the meaning.
very yeah,
It's a very
absolutely,
sad
absolutely.
story. So if there is someone who is like arrogant, who's that name? What's that name again?
So
Arrogante?
Omulkanti,
Aval
Omulkanti, yeah.
Avalgante. So there should be someone like Side Khan that can fulfill one child's dream, you know. So that is very
Yeah,
important. It's
absolutely.
still
That's so
related with
that's
your
that's what
advocacy.
yeah, that's what I think, that's what I always am doing towards it. Yeah.
Yeah. So back to your advocacy, what have you found working with less fortunate children, the deprived ones? Tell me about the experience.
Wow, I have got good experience, and just whenever I go there and to take class, and you can't imagine that lots of children they really approach and they run and just hug me whenever they see me, and it's
I can feel
absolutely
that. I can
yeah,
feel
it's
that.
it's absolutely a heaven feeling, and they love me so much because I have given them the love, and they just
And the
give it
future
back.
as
So
well.
that's the great message for people can be. So whenever you give children love, and they will pay it back. Yeah,
Yes, that's
absolutely.
your reward that money
Yeah, so
can't
that's
buy.
that's the reward that I'm getting all the time. And you know
Yes.
that right now we're just working with 600 deprived children, and we basically work in the area where education is not available, and we are just working with 600 deprived children.
Oh my
And
God.
but you know that it's a great responsibility, but you know that we as we don't have
Yes.
a lot of support, that's why we can't do many things and for them. And but I don't feel like that I've always feel like that I need to carry on, because until my death I will take this responsibility, will fill it up. And this
Yeah.
year that I have taken a bold action,
Yes.
that I'm
Yes.
going to build just a school for them, so that they can get
Yeah.
taught by overseas teacher. And as you know that lots of teachers, they have been connected, and also they are very interested in taking
Yeah.
class of
And I
our children.
believe, side,
So
nothing
if
is
yeah,
impossible.
yeah, absolutely. And if I'm able to set up a projector, I think that they will be able to connect, they will be able to take the opportunity of taking the teacher's class, so it would be absolutely fruitful for them. And you know that we are taking class on an open field right now,
Yes.
and so that yeah, so this year that we're gonna take a bold action to make a
We
room
need
for them.
to. I say we because I know I am a part of your uh Glory Future Foundation, because I am one of the advisors, and thank you for the opportunity, because
Thank you, Helen.
so I'm so happy, and you know I want you to give message to the children if you are given an opportunity to talk with them right now. What is the message you're going to tell them?
Yeah, so can you tell me again, Helen?
I said, what is your message for the children?
So you know that I have a message for them, because as their children, they if we are not able to ensure their rights, and they are going to destroy their life, because they are not able to work and just spend money with for their education
Yeah.
purpose as their children. This is our responsibility to ensure their children, because you know that uh, probably you are very fortunate, and others are very fortunate in their life having the good
Yeah.
quality education. But in my country and many countries, like, children are at risk, because
Yes.
if we are not able to ensure their education, they are going to be a smuggler, they are going to be thief, they
Yeah.
are going to be robber, and that
Yeah.
would be harmful for our world. So this is not
Yes.
only my responsibility, it's also the responsibility for all. So that's what
Yes.
I believe. So I just want
You're
to
going to be a
send a
problem of the
message.
community.
Yeah, so convey the message to all. Please come forward to help them. Okay, come forward to
Yeah.
help them. So
Yes.
whether he can live right now in Africa, whether he can live in India and England, so Bangladesh. So the the thing is, they are not getting the opportunity of being educated themselves. So that's very important things to realize. So
That's
please,
true.
please help them. Please make
Uh,
them educated. So that's your responsibility, not only my responsibility. As a
yes.
human being, you need to take it. You need to take the responsibility that defines you a good human being.
That's wonderful. Yeah, so thank you for your time, dear side.
Thank you,
It's
Helen. I
really
just want to
wonderful
tell.
to, bring your voice throughout because it is an inspiration to everyone. And,
Thank you, Helen.
yeah, that's
Thank you,
my
Helen,
great
so much.
pleasure.
Thank you so
And
much, Helen. And I just want to
yeah,
tell our viewers that you are amazing and you are very energetic,
thank
dedicated, and
you.
what you are doing it's really fantastic. And I'm so inspired by your work, and as well as
Yeah,
you
thank
are
you
a
so
great rider.
much.
You are a
And
great
you are
rider.
so rich with, ideas. As I have said, you are a man who deserves to be appreciated and saluted. And
Yeah,
maybe my
absolutely.
part is to bring your voice throughout. So this is what our show's goal. And I pray that God will bless you more, and there will be a lot of people who will be with you for the sustenance of this project. I know this is not easy. This is a difficult task, and I believe that this journey is an arduous one. So you need prayers, you need support from different people from different
Yes, yes,
countries.
Helen. Yes, Helen.
Yes,
You know that togetherness is very powerful.
yes,
It's very it enlightens our life, enlightens others. And so, as you know that I have taken initiatives to build up mini libraries, and I am putting
yeah,
it in the areas where children can get the opportunity, free reading book opportunity. And lots of our advisors and people, those who love our activities, and they are sending from all around the world their books and some
yes,
instruments so that I can put it in the library, and so that students can get the books freely. And I just
yeah,
want to tell you, if you are interested to sending us book, it would be great help for the
yes,
children.
yes. We
Thank
will, we
you.
will. And our plans. So I'm with you always, and I really
Thank you.
appreciate everything that you do, and count me in with that endeavor. And
Thank
thank
you,
you
Helen.
so
Thank you.
much. And I'm so happy and so pleased to have you in this show. Now the world knows about you. So thank you so much, and thank you for the time. It's morning here. Thank you, Side. And may God bless you always.
Thank you. May
Bye.
God bless you. Bye, Helen.
Bye, bye, bye.
Thank you. Thank you for honoring me.